Okay. Oh my, I went live, didn't. Oh my. I went live, didn't even know it. I was I was answering some emails and I moved my mouse, didn't realize that I clicked go live. Good morning, everybody. And I looked up and it says live. I'm like, where am I live at? Oh my God, it's been a while. Hi, Vault. Hi, Mari, Drea, Coochie, Chantel, Wisco Gal, Deborah Bass, Snuggle Bunny. Oh my goodness, my good Sarah motherfucking Z. Good morning. Golden Girls. Good morning, my girl. Good morning. So last night, I just want to say Amber did a live on Rumble last night, and she was talking about the pizza boxes and the conspiracy surrounding it. And I'm serious, I was sleepy as shit, but I stayed up and I listened to what she was talking about. And then she also discussed the Katie Joy and Todd Chrisley saga. And a couple of weeks back or last week, Katie Joy was talking about Todd Chrisley again. And I'm waiting to see how that turns out. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. But we've got some stuff to discuss. And what is this new crown shit? Mari is my love. Number 3. I'm like, what the hell is all of this? So Chantel was watching Kiki and Kibis live. She was reading Angela and Michael's divorce papers. Good morning, Ghostface. I'm not mad. I just find a lot of this shit funny. I caught some of Kendra's live, well, her replay, not her live. And her dramatic readings had me rolling. I was like, Jesus Christ, Kendra. But I was listening to Savage's live. And again, even when you bring up the part about the B being the CI, that's not something we made up. That's something that she said. She was the CI. She said that. No one said that but her. It came out of her mouth. That's what she said. And if you remember her Glenwood sisters interview with Lily, and how she stated that the B had phoned their mother and said that she was mad and she's the one that turned him in, but she couldn't call them and tell them she was lying because then she would be in trouble. So all of that came out of her mouth. Hi, Angela. I mean, not Angela. Michael gave Angela money. I think what he earned, she kept it. Oh, I have to go. I haven't even looked. looked for Angela and Michael's divorce papers, because guess why? I don't care. Yes, the Chrisleys were pardoned. And if we do remember, their attorney went to jail for perjury, for lying. I want to know what his $30 million is, because no one's ever proven that they had the $30 million. I listened to Todd Chrisley's press conference yesterday or the day before, and I do believe that he will fight for the rights of these inmates. And what he was saying, I find to be true about the treatment that they're getting inside of these prisons. Now, again, most prisons, I don't know, but federal prisons, but they are private entities now. Okay, a lot of these prisons are private entities. I don't know, but federal, I never really looked into it, and I guess I'm gonna have to, since I'm gonna speak on it. Excuse me. I didn't know Jen was live and my live was scheduled, Captain Howdy. So I don't know what you're talking about. Um, anyway, I have no idea. But Captain Howdy, don't come in my chat with that. Don't do that. Good morning, sister. I don't know who the hell Captain Howdy is and don't care. Um, Ghostface, who are you talking about? I don't always agree with her views on things, but she is funny and I like her. Oh, Kendra. I like Kendra. She's funny. Hi, Mr. Jimenez. Yeah, I think she did fight for her parents. And I did say that she looks older than her 27 years. Maybe it's all the makeup, maybe it's the hair, but she looks a lot like her mom. My thing, a millionaire isn't going to handle their own money. So that's what I'm saying, Golden Girls. So, but he went to jail for perjury. And I don't know if it was a conspiracy or not, but I don't think they should have been convicted. I think they should have paid the fine. There's a lot of people that should be convicted for tax evasion and tax fraud, but I didn't think that fell under that. Good morning, sweet potato. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Madi. Mr. Jimenez, I spoke with Tina. She's doing good. She's still dealing with a lot of stuff, family situations, but she's good. Good morning, Scotland. And oh, guys, I set a goal. Oh, thank you, Scotland. I set a goal, guys. So I'm crowdfunding. Okay, I'm crowdfunding. I need to sue Savage. Okay, I'm going to be totally transparent, but I'm going to sue her for not always calling me her bestie and always talking about Sarah motherfucking Z is her bestie. So I am suing her. So if you guys would like to help me get the YouTube attorney that I'm going to need to sue her, please donate. I appreciate that. Um, and guys, let me tell you what my sister says, okay? My sister, my lovely sister, which I love, she's in the chat. She says she comes in the chat, and even though she be listening a lot, she feels bad if she misses anyone. So when she comes in the chat and says, "Good morning, everybody," please know that she's speaking to everybody. She said sometimes she just be listening and she feels bad if she doesn't catches everybody. So just know she is speaking to everyone. And I meant to make that announcement when I first started, and then I saw her. Oh, Ghostface still needs her Botox, and Mr. Jimenez has a beautiful new grandson. Oh my God, he's so handsome. Yes, he is so handsome. And his name is Edwin. He is a now whose baby is that? Is that your son's baby, your daughter's baby, or your grandson's baby? Which I didn't think he was dating anybody. I love you too, sister. But I forgot I wanted to say that because when you told me that, I said I do the same thing sometimes. Uh, what is wrong with you people? You know what? This is what you're going to make me do. And I don't have time for this. Whatever your issues are with Jen, take them to Jen's fucking channel. Whatever your issues are with anybody, don't bring them in my chat. I don't know what is so hard to understand. Nobody gives a fuck about your issues with people. Okay? And if Jen's a crackhead, I didn't see her burning her face on side the fucking stove. Okay? I don't see her doing that. Leave Jen the fuck alone. Nobody got time for that bullshit. Grow the fuck up. Shit. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Whose sister? Good morning, Pet. Petty Rock. I can't even get that out. Jen Hun, she never went on top of you. Her live was scheduled. If anybody comes in here talking about Jen, delete it. Please. Just get it out because I don't want it in here. I don't want it in here but Jen. I don't want it in here but Kendra. I just don't want it in here. Take that shit someplace else. Okay? So if Jen went live, that's on Jen. I scheduled my live. So that's on her. Let Jen do what she does over there, and I'll do what I do over here. Good morning, sweet potato. So anyway, I don't know what the hell is going. Why are they doing this to Jen? I have no idea, and I really don't care. If you don't like her, don't watch her. I said the same thing about Marie. I said the same thing about Jules. If you don't like them, don't watch them. I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody that I don't like and critique every fucking thing they say and do. I don't do it. So that just tells me you have nothing better to do with your fucking time. Hi, Snacks. I love it. Snacks said, I can't be bothered saying hi to everyone individually. Good morning, everybody. Snacks is saying hello. Okay. Hi, Stacy AB. Hi, Dream Sickle. Snacks come in right out the gate, and she's telling y'all she ain't got time for this shit today. No, but I feel the same way. I go into a chat and I'll say good morning to the people that are in there. And then I start doing some other stuff. And then I'll scroll up to see who I miss. And I feel bad because a lot of times I'm just listening. I'm not going there, sister. Good morning, my Just Beetle. I like Snacks. Good morning. But no, so I have no idea. I listened to George's live. I was in his live yesterday. And I said I was going to get caught up, but do I really want to get caught up? Fuck no, I don't. No, I don't. Oh, Mr. Jimenez, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. I don't want to get caught up. Savage had a really good live yesterday. I watched 3 good lives yesterday. I watched Savage, I watched George, and I watched Amber. Amber was on Rumble. She wasn't talking about this YouTube. Well, she did talk about Brittany J. Now, or allegedly with Brittany. I can't think of any. I think that's her. Anyway, I know when I'm late, I feel bad. And I always, hi, Lolly and Pops. If I'm going to be late, if Debbie and I are backstage talking or what, I'll put a note in the chat coming. But I'm not going to let you sit there and wait for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I did that one time because I fell asleep and I was so tired. But I did. I made it up. I apologize. But when Amber was reading her chat, these people are paying members, and you set a live, and they're there for 45 minutes to an hour, and you can't come in your chat and tell them you're rescheduling. You just rescheduled from 12 to 5 p.m. That is disrespecting your chat. That is showing that you don't give a damn about the people that are there. If you set a live, try to be on time unless you have technical difficulties. Now, I may be 1, 2, 3 minutes late sometime. The other day, Savage called when I was doing the members only. I thought I had it set for 3:30, but it was 3 o'clock. And I'm like, oh shit, that was on me. And I was like 10 minutes late. And I felt bad. You're caught up. Thank you, Ghostface. I felt bad. But if you set a time, and even if I have 1 or 2 people in the chat, I start my damn live. If you set a time to go live, please be respectful of your chatters, because people have lives. That's all I'm saying. I couldn't believe when she was showing all the text from her chat and how people were really upset. People were in there saying, unsub, this is ridiculous. I thought it was a once in a fake. This is all the time. So why do you keep going back? Good. Oh my God, Queen of O'Hara, good morning. Nice to see you. So, oh my God, this week with the Diddy trial, I didn't pay attention, but I got some little excerpts and stuff from Capricorn Clark testimony. And then we had Denat and Real Deal. Oh, I'm not Real Deal, Gene Deal. I said Real Deal. Gene Deal. So Secret Service Sam went on TikTok and said that Gene Deal had knocked Denat out. I'm like, Denat is a small man. I've seen him. I said, Gene Deal is this big old burly person. And so then Secret Service Sam comes back and says, oh no, he was mistaken. But then if you guys didn't see, Denat was taunting Gene Deal. It's on T-shirt tails. It was on Denat's thing. He was calling him Uncle Phil and everything else. But this is what Denat is saying, that Gene Deal is plotting to hurt him. Now, this is on the TikToks, and this is what Gene Deal had to say. And I was like, oh shit. So he was trying to get in an elevator with Denat.
So
Gene Deal.
this dude, I think it might be this cat from down here. I'm gonna look at it again, and if it is, I'm gonna like, yo, you. I'm like, you from Donut or Donut?
Hold on.
So this dude, I think it might be this cat from down here. I'm gonna look at it again,
This is
and if it
Denat's
is, I'm gonna like, yo, you.
TikTok.
I'm like, you from Donut or Donut or Doo or
Is
Doo
Denat.
or wherever you fucking from. I'm gonna ask him down here right in the court. I'm trying to get on the elevator with him, yo. So it starts back at 1 o'clock. Let me hurry up and get up down here and get back in there. And I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thank y'all for the super stickers. Thank y'all for the chat. So
now again with Gene Deal, okay, I'm gonna say this again. That man should be right there on trial with Diddy. Was that wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just got a message. Did Jen come in my chat and say that I went live on top of her, or did someone else come in my chat and say that? Was that Jen? Was that Jen, or was that someone else that just came in here and said that? Yeah, so Jen, I just want to know, was that Jen that came in my chat and said that? Yeah, but he was, now I saw the confrontation because I was watching T. Harris, I think, and he caught it. Or was it Miss Knockout when he was calling? Oh, that was someone else. Okay, okay, because I did not go on top of Jen at all. And if that's what she thinks, oh well, sorry to hear that. But I scheduled my live. I just didn't go live. And I'm the one that normally looks to see who's going live. So I don't go live when someone else already has a live scheduled. That's something I do. Most people don't do that. Thank you, Sarah motherfucking Z. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't. So again, with Gene Deal, and the reason why he's not testifying, and I've come to see this as true, he's been talking for years. He's incriminated himself. Now, all of these people that are testifying right now, they've got immunity. Capricorn Clark was on the stand this week, along with the stylist. Oh my God, he was flamboyant. I saw the clips on that. Thank you, Wisco Gal. Yeah, don't do that because I would never do that. See, hi, girl, you came in with a different name, and now it's high times. Before it was just Coochie 420. Yeah, I do that because sometimes I just look just to make sure. Like I was gonna go live one morning, and I saw George was going live at 10, so I went ahead of him. I don't try to go live when other people are live. Now, if I'm pissed, even at time when I was really mad and I saw Terry Lynn had a live schedule, I went live for 10 minutes and got off my chest what I had to say. I just don't try to do that to people because that's rude. I just don't do that. So anyway, thank you guys for clearing that up. Okay, so anyway, with Gene Deal. Gene Deal has talked all of his shit. He has implicated himself in all kinds of stuff. Now, I have the attorney went on TikTok. It's another attorney, and he breaks the RICO case down. Oh, this is your main account. I'm searching for a video on different accounts. Okay. So he's breaking it down because everybody again keeps thinking Cassie is the case. No, Cassie laid the groundwork for the sex trafficking. Now, Capricorn Clark has got the one for kidnapping. She implicated that he wanted to go, well, not implicated. She stated that Diddy came to her home, kidnapped her, and said they were going to go kill Kid Cudi because he was messing with he was messing with Cassie, and Cassie had a beautiful baby. Oh my God. So anyway, let's listen to God damn it. See, y'all got me just let's listen to what the attorney had to say, and then listen to a little bit of Capricorn Clark's testimony. See, Diddy's attorneys put in for a mistrial, and that judge says, hell, good morning, Kendra. I was just speaking of you, girl. I said, your dramatic reading had me rolling. And then Mia, yes, Mia testified this week as well, and he kidnapped her too. Okay, so this is, I forgot the
I'll tell you.
hold on.
If there was ever a question if the federal government was able to...
It's the Kit Law Firm. Now they also spoke on the YSL trial as well. He's breaking down the RICO charges. Okay, so let's listen.
Prove the RICO charge, then you need to go back and watch Capricorn's testimony from yesterday. Damn. There should be no question whether or not where the government is going with their RICO charge. Happy Wednesday morning. Yesterday, the government got done with a witness. They're going to continue to go. Yesterday's witness was
Hi,
Capricorn,
Gamecock.
who was an assistant of Diddy. I personally believe it is the best testimony that they've had during the trial. She has done an excellent job of bringing the RICO forth. People are still saying, well, all they've proven is blank. Here's the best way to think about it. The judge at the end of the trial, and we've talked about this before, is going to read off what's called a jury charge. He's going to charge the jury on the law.
Yep.
Say, I don't care if you agree with it or if you disagree with it. This is the damn law and this is what you must follow. So he's going to say the following. Title 18 United States Code Section 1962C makes it a crime for any person employed by or associated with any enterprise engaged in interstate commerce to conduct the affairs of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity.
Oh, wait a
For
minute.
you to find the defendant guilty, the government must
So
prove.
Mia testified under a pseudonym. Sarah, if you know who Mia is, please let me know. I thought it was Gina. If you know who Mia is, because some of her testimony sounded familiar, but if you know who Mia is, please send me that message, because I was racking my brain trying to find out who Mia was. She testified under a pseudonym. That is not her name, for her own protection. That shit is crazy. But Diddy knows who she is.
Prove each of the following
Hi,
beyond a
fucking
reasonable
crazy
doubt.
watcher. Good morning.
1, that an enterprise affecting interstate or foreign commerce existed. Check. 2nd, that the defendant, that chocolate demon over there, was associated with the enterprise. Just associated.
Yep.
That's all it says. Next, that the defendant conducted or participated either directly or indirectly in the operation or management of the enterprise. Finally, that the defendant did so through a pattern of racketeering activity. And then the judge will define racketeering activities. He will talk about sex trafficking. He will define kidnapping. He will define prostitution. He will define forced labor. He will define bribery. He will define obstruction. He will define arson. And he will say, if you find 2 of those, that's enough. And then he'll define enterprise. Indeed, an enterprise need not have a name. So in other words, there doesn't have to be a board in a meeting that says, all right, Joe, welcome to the meeting of the Diddy beat the hell out of a woman gang. Bob, I'm going to need you to go down to California and burn a damn car. Joe Nathan, what I'm going to need you to do is I need to make sure you get me some of them, well, you know, thicker brothers from out of the Midwest to do some of our stuff. Thus, an enterprise need not be a formal business entity such as a corporation, but it may be an informal association.
Brian Steele doesn't care. That's Diddy's attorney, and he should be sanctioned for that, Cooch. He really should be sanctioned for that, because they let her testify under a pseudonym for a reason. Yes, I recognize her. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Cooch, so who did Brian Steele say she was? Jesus Christ.
Individuals. A group or association of people can be an enterprise if, among other requirements, these individuals associate together for a purpose of engaging in some course of conduct. Common sense suggests that the existence of an association, in fact, is oftentimes more readily proven by what it does rather than by the abstract analysis of its structure. Translation: if you got a bunch of guards who are enablers, who are helping you whoop the hell out of a woman and doing some awful stuff, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's an enterprise.
Yes, it is.
Of RICO.
Hi, Christoph.
I think D.L. Hughley said it best. These individuals aren't witnesses. They're accomplices.
And that's what I said. I said they're co-defendants. So everybody keeps asking about, I said it before, when you do a RICO charge, there's a lot of defendants, okay? because it's an enterprise. In this case, everyone that's testifying, including Cassie, who made a deal with the government with her attorney, Capricorn Clark. Even though she was kidnapped, she still kept working for him. Mia, who was saying about how, was it Mia that said he was sexually assaulting her at the same time he was dating Cassie? Thank you, Christoph. The same one. I'm just saying, guys, we need to look at all these people, including his other assistant. Oh, forgot his name now. Was it James? He drove him to where he was going to, with guns, to go where Suge Knight was supposed to be at. They're all a party involved. They're complicit. Roger Bond, Gene Deal, his assistants. And I want to know if Christine, his Yasleen, the one who was his executive, if she will be testifying. Because, bitch, you're just as involved as everybody else.
Because they're watching the crime. They're enabling him to do the crime. They're picking up all the stuff that Capricorn testified to about all these people who are associated in the Diddyverse, enablers, witnesses, accomplices. More importantly, they are part
of that RICO.
Of the enterprise.
Yep.
A criminal enterprise that helps with his prurient interest, that helps him with his sex trafficking interest,
yep.
that helps him get everything he wants. And Diddy is Father Abraham, Amani's son. He is the leader
yes, he
of
is.
This organization that is doing all of this awful stuff. Finally, there's been questions on the arson charge. I don't think the government has come close to proving arson. And I've been asking myself, why are they doing that anyway?
Yep.
Think about it. Under the law, there's something called the totality of the circumstances that the government can go to.
But let's wait a minute, because he just said that. But a detective or a cop, that was the day that Kid Cudi's car was set on fire, spotted a car that was down the street that was registered to Bad Boys Entertainment. Then the question comes, why wasn't that put into the report? He said, oh, it was. No one ever investigated.
Judge and say, Your Honor, we are trying to prove this arson through circumstantial evidence. And to prove this, we need to be able a little wide latitude to point and connect dots everywhere else. Because otherwise they would not be able to get it in, because it would be considered a prior bad act. So they're able to get into that burglary. They're able to get into the Marvel supervillain.
Thank you,
They're able to get into the Kid Cudi information. All this other stuff they would not be able to get in, but for them bringing the arson charge.
Yep.
The Capricorn White testimony, the Kid Cudi testimony, the Cassie testimony about the burning the car. All of that stuff that's unrelated, they're able to bring in.
So I wanted to share that because that's true. He broke that down so nicely. And now I wanted you guys to actually, but the whole thing is with this testimony that they're bringing in, people don't see, they are building that case. There is a RICO case there. My thing is, I wouldn't have cut deals. Well, some of them, they were fearful. They were scared for their lives. And then Capricorn Clark, it came up that she was trying to get employment with Diddy again as of last year. She said that he blackballed her in the industry. She couldn't get another job. Thank you. He put fear in these people. Oh my God. Guys, let me tell you. We got out the bed. Well, I got out the bed one morning, right? My sister was already in the bathroom, and I got out the bed. Good morning, Jen. I got out the bed. I was bent over. I was walking like, oh my God, I could not straighten up. Everything hurt. I was like, what the hell did we do? But we had a good trip. I've always had a good trip when I see my sisters, but we had a good trip. It was fun. And I'm just telling you, I was hurting. And then walking in the airport, it was like, oh my God. Anytime you have to go and take off your tennis shoes and put on flip flops, and I look like I had on socks with my flip flops because I don't want my feet to get dirty. That's how bad I was hurting. We were hurting bad. We said we too old for this shit. I was just like, Jesus. But it was fun. And I'm going to see my sissy again in July. And this time it's just her and I. So I had a good time. I got to see my beautiful niece, my cousins. Oh my God. It was just fun. And then my grandson turned 15 on Thursday, and my son sends me a message. He goes, "Don't forget." I said, "I didn't forget." I sent him a message earlier. I'm on my way to the airport. And I told him when I talked to him, I said I was on my way to the airport. I was going to call him when I got home. So I did. I spoke to my grandson for a good 45 minutes. And oh my God, I'm so proud of that young man. Uh, but my grandson turned 15. And he's 5'10", tall, lean, and still not finished growing. 2, I'm going to send you those pictures. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. Yep, I miss my sisters. But my niece, oh my God, we had so much fun. And then my cousin, the doctor, was there. And then we met a nurse. We had a drunk doctor and a drunk nurse. I was like, and they said, "But y'all in good hands." I said, "Shit, something happened to me. Don't touch me. Get me somebody that's sober." Shit. But no, we had a good time. But let's get back. I want you to listen. Now, this is a reenactment of Capricorn Clark's testimony. And while the prosecution did a great job, the defense tried their best to break her. And they really were. She broke down on the stand. And I was just like, y'all just don't get it. He instilled fear in these fucking people with his ugly
Observe when you opened your door. I saw Mr. Combs.
Hold on.
Can you describe Mr. Combs at that time? Observe when you opened your door. I saw Mr. Combs. Can you describe Mr. Combs at that time? He had a white button-down shirt with a button-down sweater, business slacks, gray slacks, and nice shoes. And can you describe what slacks look like? His pants were gray, and they were split, open from knee to knee through the crotch, so I see his underwear. Can you describe his face? Furious, no glasses on. Did you notice anything in his hand? A gun. Did Mr. Combs enter your apartment holding a gun? Yes. And when did Mr. Combs tell you once he was inside of your apartment? He said, "Why didn't you tell me?" How did you respond? I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." What did he say next? He said, "Who is Scott?" I said, "I don't know any Scott." What did he say? What did Mr. Combs say after that? He said, "Kid Cudi." I said, "Oh, Cassie's friend." What, if anything, did Mr. Combs state about Kid Cudi, Mr. Mescudi? He just said, "Get dressed. We're gonna go kill this." Who did you understand him?
Kill this motherfucker. That's what he said. Those are the words that were spoken. That's in the transcript. But that's what he said. We're gonna go kill this motherfucker. So this motherfucker thought he was gangster all day long. But you don't want to be like your daddy, but you're worse. And your mama. Oh, the mother tried to go at, what's his name, Big Mike on TikTok. Girl, you got your son the way he is. You raised that monster. And that's what the guy called him, a monster. And they asked her, "You raised that monster. What do you have to say?" And she tried to swing at him. "Bitch, you raised that piece of trash. You knew his daddy was trash. You are trash. Your son is trash. Your grandson, both of them, Justin and Christian, are trash because they're both looking at charges. You raised those pieces of shit. So take your pill, lay back in it. You built this. Let's see
him to be referring to. Cuddy. And when Mr. Combs said or directed you to get dressed to go and kill Cuddy, Mr. Mescuddy, where was the gun? In his hand. When Mr. Combs directed you to go get dressed, how did you respond? I don't want to go. How did Mr. Combs respond when you said you did not want to go? He says, I don't give a what you want to do, go get dressed.
That's kidnapping. That's kidnapping. He kidnapped Mia as well. He forced her to go with him to Vegas. Three.
Was the gun still visible to you at this point? He had put it in his waist when I moved to get dressed. The waist of his pants? Yes. Can you please describe Mr. Combs's demeanor during this conversation where he directs you to get dressed? Livid, furious, mad at me. What, if any, concerns did you have for your safety? I had never seen anything like this before. He had never come to my house in the entire time I'd known him. I've never seen him with a weapon. I've never seen him making me do something like this. Did you make any attempts to escape your apartment? I did not. Why not? The way he was acting, I just felt like anything could happen.
Again, this is the fear that he instilled in everybody. Now, when she also said that when she started working for him, that she used to work for Suge, I think it was, and he said, I hope you working for someone else don't come back on me because I'm going to have to kill you. Really, Sean? Really? So your daddy got shot up for being a drug dealer for talking to the cops. Your mama knew your daddy was trash. Your mama trash. Okay? Your mama trash. Janice is trash. Okay? Trash. Your best friend said your mother would beat the hell out of you if you didn't do what she wanted you to do. Then we hear the woman that was raped in California. The cop in Hawaii has been suspended, who's now the chief of police, because he didn't do anything with that report. Then he had you to speak to his mother on the phone, and she tried to convince you not to go to the police on her son. She offered money. So, Janice, you are a part of that criminal enterprise too, bitch. You are not a mother. You're trash. Trash. Okay, so, see, nothing's going to happen. Well, these people have cut deals. Cassie cut a deal. Two of his ex-personal assistants cut a deal. Capricorn didn't say she cut a deal, but then again, she probably did. But she was kidnapped, so she's a victim, but you kept working for him. Mia ran, had to escape. He was trying to call her up until 2024 when he was knowing he was being indicted, talking about her memory was better than his, sending her text messages. She was ignoring them. She never responded to him. That's the calls they were saying she was making, he was making, trying to intimidate people. You are a piece of shit, and you're going to deserve and I hope. I didn't hear Jennifer Lawrence testify the other day. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I'm going to have to look and see but the witness list from the other day. But I didn't hear that. And I was on vacation. So I wasn't even thinking about the Diddy trial. I didn't listen to the Diddy trial. I didn't listen to anybody on TikTok. I just know that somebody died when it was supposed to be going live. And I don't know who it was. And it's not T. Harris because he was on his account the other day. So let's listen to this.
on the stand testifying about it comes as the third week of testimony continues. The motion was requested as an arson investigator was on the stand testifying about a car fire at the home of another rapper. Fox's CB Cotton has the latest.
Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers moving for a mistrial after they accused prosecutors of trying to suggest the music mogul had evidence linked to an arson incident destroyed. A judge quickly denied the bid and asked jurors to disregard testimony from a fire investigator.
Whenever the jury has heard something, you really can't unring the bell.
You can't unring that bell. You can't unring that bell. Okay, what am I looking up, Snuggle? No, that wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. So you can't. Okay, Gwen asked the question. Gwen, you get those crowns by participating in the chat, for your chats and stuff. That's how you get the crowns. And if you click on it, you'll see how many points you have. If you click on the crown, you'll see how many points you have.
The defense attorneys are doing is also preserving appellate issues where they will go back and say that this testimony should not have been admitted.
It comes days after rapper Kid Cudi testified that he believed Combs was involved in two incidents, a break-in at his Los Angeles home and a fire set to his Porsche. Combs has denied being involved. Today, an LAPD officer testified he saw a car near Cudi's house on the day of the break-in that was registered to Diddy's production company.
We hear that. Combs said he had no involvement in that arson on Cudi Scott, car. An officer testified. Let's hear this again.
Today, an LAPD officer testified he saw a car near Cudi's house on the day of the break-in that was registered to Diddy's production company.
They don't actually have to show that Sean Combs himself engaged in the arson, but the fact that he was part of the enterprise and one of the predicate acts of the racketeering offense, it's helpful to prove that charge.
This week, prosecutors are also questioning a former employee who claims Diddy forced.
That one eye, you know what? He's not as bad as Amy, but that eye is dead. This eye, look at him. He's ugly as fuck. I think he believed he was Scarface. He was living in this fantasy life. Like Kid Cudi said, when he went to meet him, he was standing at the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel character. That shit was funny. Look at this ugly ass piece of shit. When I tell you, I never liked this man. I never liked him. When he would always want to be in Diddy's videos, not Diddy, Biggie's videos. I've never seen another executive producer always got to be on stage. I never, ever liked that piece of shit. Just like Chris Brown, who's now out on bail on $6.7 million. I don't like that little boy at all. At all.
Himself on her sexually. She is using the alias Mia, and during opening statements, Diddy forced himself on her sexually.
Enterprise and one of the predicate acts of the racketeering offense, it's helpful to prove that charge.
This week, prosecutors are also questioning a former employee who claims Diddy forced himself on her sexually. She is using the alias Mia, and during opening statements, prosecutors said she wanted to take her secrets to the grave. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to all the charges, and his attorneys have said all encounters were consensual. Prosecutors say they expect to finish their case a week early. In New York, CB Cotton, Fox News.
And in this case,
so they're going to finish their case a week early. Okay, so I'm going to look for the witness list, but I'm just saying, this man, hi, Aries, good morning. I don't feel anything for him. I think everybody should be held accountable. I don't know why Gene Deal is still walking around. Roger Bond, don't know, although he would try to stop stuff at times, but he's another one that went, dragged Cassie back, picked her up, dropped her off. He wants to see you now. You need to get dressed. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So I'm also going to tell you guys, if you're not watching all this shit that's unfolding on TikTok with WTF, Boss Lady, Nicole, all of this bullshit. I have been reposting the stuff that Nicole is putting out. Like I said, when WTF came around, I didn't like her. She latched herself on the people that had big platforms on TikTok. She's a hoe. She's a drug user. Well, in front of her child, I understand that she shoots it up. And the ex-husband, well, not ex-husband, the ex-boyfriend has put all kind of stuff out with proof. And the fact that she moved a man into her home from TikTok that she's never met, Mask Guy Johnny, the weirdo, around your daughter that you don't know. I call it the love after lockup shit. Okay. On the TikToks. Yes, TikToks. So not only that, but you a prostitute, escort that invites strange men to your home where your kids are. You're trash. I never liked you. People be jumping on these bandwagons and they're like, oh, boss, I don't like Boss Lady. And I said it in the chat last night in Cliff Notes Honest Chat, and Boss Lady was right in there. Give no fucks. I don't like you. I don't like WTF. You both are one and the same. You're trash. You're calling each other's family members. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But she's a hoe. She's a con. She's on probation. She's stolen money from a missing woman's family, tried to blame it on the woman saying she stole it, but you're the one that got convicted of it. She's trash. So I dropped Nicole's thing in the chat, and for everybody that wants to get caught up, I'm going to put Nicole thing here again. She's on YouTube. Okay. She's on YouTube. She's on TikTok as well, but she doesn't allow too many people on her page. I'm on her page. She invited me on her page, and I'm on her page, but she doesn't take that many people on her page on TikTok. He pardoned. Yes. Yep. But yeah, he pardoned the federal, but he can't do anything about the state. Hey, it's his right to pardon people. Look at all the people he pardoned for January 6th. A lot of them are back in jail. One's dead. The other one was arrested for child molestation. Look at these people. Look at the people. I do believe that Julie and Todd Chrisley have a valid case. I don't believe everything because that was their accountant. That was their lawyer. I think they were in cahoots together. In my opinion. I think they were in cahoots together. Okay, that's just me. Don't know. That's just me. But again, I'll have no clue what that would do to Chicago in the Midwest. I don't know, but these people are sick. But then we have this whole shit going on with Diddy. But let's get to our escaped ex-police chief. Let's take a look at him because he's still on a run. And then in New Orleans, we've got Massey is still on a run and Groves. Two, I was right. I told you they ran towards Mississippi, but they're probably in Tennessee. They said they were spotted in Tennessee. Well, one of them was spotted in Tennessee. I said, why would you run that way? Go the other way. So let's take a look at our escaped police chief. But this whole Diddy shit is just pissing me off with all these people that they made deals with because they were all part of that enterprise.
The FBI is upping the reward to $20,000 for information leading to the arrest of the notorious escaped inmate known as the Devil in the Ozarks. The U.S. Marshal Service.
The Devil in the Ozarks. The Devil in the Ozarks. God damn, that's a good name. I like that.
released a new wanted poster today, marking the growing urgency of this massive manhunt. It's been almost a week with still no sign of the 56-year-old Grant Hardin. Hardin is a former police chief, now convicted killer and rapist, and he was serving an 80-year prison sentence when he escaped from the Calico Rock prison in Arkansas. He was disguised as a corrections officer, wearing a uniform that was not standard issue. Hardin has been described as a dangerous sociopath capable of anything. A former boss of his at the Eureka Springs Police Department in Arkansas shared these chilling words on our show last night.
He is a violent person. He shot a man for no reason in the face. He raped a school teacher while she was preparing her lesson plans. He had that I'm the king attitude, or, I'm greater than thou, and you will do what I tell you or you'll pay the consequences. I don't think he would hesitate at anything. He's desperate. And, what does he have to lose at this point?
Desperate people do desperate and dangerous things. The search for Hardin is proving frustratingly difficult for authorities. Heavy rains are impeding the search and throwing off the bloodhounds off the scent. The region also has very rugged terrain that is pocked with rocky caves. That's not helping either. And with dozens of empty cabins in the woods in that area, Hardin has no shortage of hiding places. For the latest on the manhunt, let's check in with Rand Champion, the communications director for the Arkansas Department of Corrections. Rand, great to have you here. So you said today you think Hardin is still in that area. Why do you believe that to be true?
Hey, thank you for having me on. Yeah, we are continuing our search in the north central Arkansas region, and kind of the thought that we've had no.
Now, if he has a radio, if he had a radio or something where he can, or a phone, he'll know where they're looking for him at. He would know where they're looking for him at.
Sightings, we've had no credible evidence that has put him outside of that region. And the way that we are operating is until we have something credible that puts him out of that region, we need to consider him to still be in that region. So our teams are continuing those searches, but also looking into anything we get across the state. And we've had neighboring states as well that have called in and had tips that have been investigated. So nothing's off the table at this point.
Yeah, a lot of people, Rand, are asking why this guy was in a medium security prison. He was convicted of a brutal murder and a brutal rape. Why a medium security prison?
Sure. It's a medium security is how the Calico Rock Prison North Central Unit is described. There are parts of the prison that are more maximum security. And the reason he was there to begin with was when we originally take people in and have their initial intake, they're evaluated and they're given a classification rating, and he fit the classification rating for that unit.
Okay. So, do you have any more information on how he managed to get that clothing that looked like a prison uniform? And is there any sign he had help from someone inside or outside the prison?
That's continuing to be our investigation. Again, not what he was wearing in that video and that photo that you see when he's leaving. There's nothing inside the prison that looks like that. That is not a standard inmate uniform. There's no correctional officers that wear that. We are continuing to look into that. This is something that we feel he was planning for a very long time.
So, Dre?
Calico Rock Prison is known for its bloodhounds that you guys keep there. One of those bloodhounds picked up Hardin's scent shortly after he escaped, but then apparently lost it when heavy rain moved in the area?
Yeah, the time that Hardin escaped, it actually was raining fairly heavily in the area. He escaped during a rainstorm. We've had a lot of rain here in Arkansas over the past month. And so, yes, initially when the search started, bloodhounds were able to pick up his scent outside the gate, and they followed it for a short ways into the woods. But due to the rains and all that, they did lose it after a short while.
And do you think he's taking steps to evade the bloodhounds, like sleeping in trees? I mean, other fugitives in the past.
How the hell is that big-ass man going to get in trees? Come on now. You see how big that man is? How is he going to get up and sleep in a damn tree?
Must have done that, or even used pepper to throw off their scent.
Yeah, I mean, that's also the looking into. You mentioned, him working in the kitchen. He probably had access. Yeah, he did have access to spices. He had access to things like that. And then again, with his law enforcement background, he's had training. He's had tactical information. he probably thinks more like a police officer and how we will be doing these searches. So that definitely has proven to be a challenge.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
No, he's sleeping in trees. That big ass man is not getting in a tree. So let's get to our favorite people in New Orleans, But before but there were some really bad tornadoes in Atlanta. Let's do that first.
There's been so much storm damage already at this hour. In fact, we're getting a look at the damage left behind after another tornado hit Metro Atlanta. This tornado caused a lot of damage in Henry County. 11 Alive's Ariana Manise joins us live. Ariana, you spent the morning talking to people who are now trying to pick up the pieces. They've been through so much and really just the beginning in so many ways.
That's right, Cheryl. We just spoke to a father, Trey Shanny, who is actually an actor in the HBO show The Wire. Him and his son was inside their home, this home right here, when that tornado touched down in this Locust Grove neighborhood.
Look at that home. Look at this man's home. Tornado. Boom, right through it.
When we spoke to Trey, he had just left Grady Hospital, still shaken and still processing what happened after his son was thrown from this home. Trey recounted the traumatic experience. He says that him and his son had just spent the day together after doing a press event. When the storm hit, Trey went to rest upstairs. Malachi went to his room to play video games around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. He said that's when his house collapsed. Trey described being unconscious for 2 minutes, waking up to find his face in mud and frantically searching for his son. Trey says that he was knocked unconscious. He was buried in debris, woke up panicking. His son Malachi was thrown 300 feet from the home. When his son was found.
Look how handsome that young man is. Malachi. Oh my God, he looks like his dad.
Neighbors had to help find his son, who was in the wooded area behind the home. He was found with broken ribs, a fractured face. He's in the hospital. He is in ICU at this hour. He says his son is still fighting for his life, but he says that he is recovering. He is strong. Trey was also taken to the hospital. Once he was discharged, he rushed to his son's bedside. When we spoke to him, he could barely process what was left standing and just thinking about his son still in the hospital. Take a listen.
It's going to take a long time to get through this. My main concern right now is my son Malachi Chaney, though. I want my son to be.
He said his whole name, Malachi Chaney. He wants you to know who he is.
I want him back to being the great kid he is. We experienced a lot of great things together. We experienced something tragic together that we'll always forever be able to look back on and say we overcame that. My son is he just finished his freshman year at Savannah State University.
He said thankfully his wife was not at the home, but she did arrive and saw the rubble, what was left of their home. Right now, the National Weather Service is here surveying the damage. Trey is also here. We see officials with WJIMA, the fire department, also here surveying the damage. And what's interesting, this is the only home in this neighborhood that's in this condition, that's sustained so much damage. The home next to it, the siding has been ripped off the insides of the home. The windows have been blown out. And a few other homes in this neighborhood, the siding of the home has been knocked off, a few shingles, but Trey's home is the only one that was leveled by this tornado. He says that they do have a long road ahead of them, but they say they're strong and they're going to get through this. He said that his son is recovering. He is doing well. He is responding. He's gone through a few x-rays at Grady Hospital at this point. The family has also set up a GoFundMe so people can support this family in their tough time that they're dealing with at this point. Reporting live from Locust Grove, I'm Ariana Manise for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, so much emotional and physical trauma, certainly thinking about Malachi and his dad. Thank you so much. And don't forget, you can track the weather on your time on our new Weather Impact 24/7 on 11 Alive Plus.
I don't pay attention to all of this. So let's get to our New Orleans, our favorite two people. I lost money on Van Buren. Okay? Lost money on
everybody move to the
but Massey is still out there. Massey is still there. Now, I'm not going to help Massey because I'm not going to jail. I don't look good in orange. I really don't. I don't. So I can't go to jail. But this is the arrest of the other two in Walker County in Houston. Whoo, Lord.
Right side of the car.
This is loud.
Door, dude. Not opening, you kidding?
You are looking at two inmates last seconds on the run. Yesterday, Leo Tate and Jermaine Donalds were arrested in Texas. Linton Van Buren was arrested in Baton Rouge. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Sharice Gibson. So over the week, after 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Justice Center, 8 are now back in custody. That leaves 2 more inmates still out there.
Okay, we have Antoine Massey, okay, and Derek Groves. Huh. Who your money on, sister? Who's going to get caught first? Groves or Massey? Which two? Which one of the two is going to get caught first? I don't think they're together. He would be easy to find with all these damn tattoos. He would be easy to find. But we'll see.
And Antoine Massey. Police in Natchez, Mississippi told us a search is underway after they received a tip of Massey possibly being spotted there. They say multiple law enforcement agencies are searching that area. We, of course, will let you know if there are any updates. In the meantime, Amelia Strahan shows us more dramatic video of the latest arrest.
Groves? Okay. He's gonna get caught first.
These are 2 Orleans Justice Center escapees' final moments of freedom.
Everybody move to the right side of the car.
Leo Tate and Jermaine Donalds, 10 days on the run, ended in Walker County, Texas, Monday night. Their dramatic capture caught on camera. Body cam footage shows officers surrounding a car with guns drawn before dragging the men onto the ground.
Go with them.
And just a few hours later, Linton Van Buren, along with an alleged accomplice, was arrested in Baton Rouge.
I would have helped him. It depends on his charge, because he's good looking. You know, Grove's not going back. It's going to be a shootout. I do believe it's going to be a shootout. Because he done murdered, 2 people already? Maybe 3? And yep, he ain't going back.
8 of the 10 inmates who escaped Orleans Justice Center over a week ago are back in orange jumpsuits. But so far, Donalds and Tate were the only ones arrested across state lines.
Any statements you make can and may be used against you in court.
When the pair appeared before a judge the next day, a Q&A stretched over 10 minutes. It was video we showed you on WWL first.
Okay. So are you going to get your own attorney or are you going to need a court appointed?
Court appointed.
You understand what your charges are and your rights, okay?
Charges.
Your charges?
Yeah, charges.
Yeah.
In Louisiana, both are charged with aggravated escape and obstruction of justice. In Texas, Donalds was also charged with evading arrest.
Today was a good day, and now we're down to 2.
Attorney General Liz Murrill says she's
up by the state prison. They were up where they do, where they house the death row inmates, and then they bring them down for execution. Why in the hell would you be up there with them Texas state troopers and them damn the Texas Rangers? Are you crazy? The hell?
Confident the final prisoner's capture is inevitable.
I think that, we've just said all along, we're not going to stop until we have everybody back in custody. And so yesterday was a good day.
Over 10 alleged accomplices have also been arrested. Antoine Massey and Derek Groves are the last inmates left on the loose. Amelia Strahan, WWL, Louisiana.
Let me show you
New Orleans City Council members held a private meeting to.
Here we go. This is
Antoine Massey's sister is accused of helping him evade law enforcement.
Gabby Kellett reports one of his romantic partners is also allegedly involved. Gabby.
Liz Lauren, 31-year-old Deshanae Massey is among 13 now booked on suspicion of aiding and abetting the men who escaped. Her brother, Antoine, and Derek Groves are the only 2 men still on the run. Court records reveal that police began surveilling Deshanae's home in the 3600 block of 4th Street. Soon after, police say a woman romantically involved with Antoine called police multiple times, telling them that he was at Deshanae's home. They say she knew because she video called him on his sister's phone. Now, investigators searched Deshanae's home last Wednesday, but Antoine wasn't there. Detectives say they searched Deshanae's phone also and recovered messages between Antoine's partner and his sister. They say the women shared press releases and agreed that they hope he, quote, never gets caught. Police say they also discovered that
Look
last
at
Monday
20K.
at about 5:30 in the evening, Antoine's alleged partner shared a live location with Deschanel. Police say it was later deleted. Investigators spoke with both women later, which they say uncovered that Massey was at Massey's home that same day. Police say they also learned that Antoine's romantic partner was aware of the planned escape prior to it occurring, and that she helped.
Okay, your brother escaped. Would you bring him to your home? Would you? Honestly, no. I would do everything I can to get him to turn himself in. Because for some reason, everybody is saying this man, there's going to be a shootout. Everybody's saying that he's not going to be taken in like that.
Helped facilitate it by supporting Antoine during phone calls. They say she continued to aid Antoine post-escape by knowingly placing false tips to law enforcement. Investigators have also secured a warrant against
Hi,
Antoine's
Mr.
romantic
Riley.
partner.
Good looking. How you doing?
On a Friday evening, this restaurant behind me would be packed.
I don't know what the hell happened.
But today it was forced to shut down after chaos unfolded.
Okay, so yeah, so they got rid of that. I have no idea what
employees I
happened.
spoke with told me that they detained several workers. Right now, we're working to confirm the exact number.
This was the chaotic scene of an operation by Homeland Security
burner phone in a
investigations as they
hotel?
swept through this restaurant at the corner of Beach and 30th Street. Heavily armed agents
Look at
can be
this
seen
shit.
in full tactical gear as cars block the streets off. In this video, you can hear loud booms and sirens as community members surrounded their cars. Pedro Rios with American Friends Service Committee was there and watched as people were taken away in handcuffs.
The agents fired
They raided a
grenades,
restaurant
flashbang grenades
in
at the
San
crowd.
Francisco.
Claire Cody works at Buena Forchetta. She had just clocked in for her shift at about 4:30 Friday afternoon when she says several men in trucks went inside saying they had a search warrant. Claire says agents put employees in handcuffs to check their ID.
There was no stopping them. There was.
But let me get this right. Trump says that he's only going after criminals. These people were at work. People had showed up to a courthouse, where was it, Wisconsin, to get their hearings and stuff for their asylum. They were arrested. How are we only going after criminals? We've got criminals in prison that could be extradited, that can be out of the country. But we're going to people's jobs.
30.
Damn, Deborah.
There was 30 of them. I mean, we were just all in shock. They just came at a time where it was so unexpected.
Before the restaurant opened up for dinner, staff put up this close sign. Claire says employees here are all like a big family and they're heartbroken.
They took people. They took some of our employees.
Immigrants, not hate. That's what makes America great.
Meanwhile, outside the restaurant, the community pushed back.
It was quite clear that there was just a complete rejection by the community of the federal agents of conducting this in their community and neighborhood.
And I did reach out to the Department of Homeland Security to find out more information about this operation, and I'm still waiting to hear back. For now, I'm Esmeralda Perez, CBS 8.
Now, let me tell you, so I believe my sister because her neighbors in the condo across the way from her, at a townhouse across the way, they're Hispanic. When I was there, they don't really speak English at all. And she's telling me right now, they left at nightfall last night. They do not speak, and because they were out there trying to talk to me, and I was like, and they were and she was like, girl, they don't speak English. I said, what? So they don't speak English. I was like, okay, Riley, are you going to be deported? So I'm just like, this shit is crazy. But my favorite crackhead went live when I was live. And I'm going to show you this. And then I'm going to go. I'm trying to think if there's any other news that we need to discuss. Because they're saying Derrick Groves will not be captured on this one. They're saying that Derrick Groves will not be captured. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't move at midnight. That's not me. I don't move at midnight. So let's see what our crackhead had to say. But I just want to say this. While I was gone, I did see a couple of Lisa's lives, okay? This girl is quite disgusting. And I've gotten really bored with Lisa because people are still going to give her money. But again, let's see what she has to say. She's supposed to be with a friend of hers who she was online crying one time when I did see her, saying she didn't feel safe at the house, but it was her friend's boyfriend or husband and all this other shit. And she needed money to get back home, which she said home is down by Hoonini's because she feels safe there, but she's still there.
Wow. Am I back? Nothing. I was trying to go live and like 3 different people texted me and it knocked me out. So I'm back though, so it's no big deal.
Look at her, guys.
Back to Teamy Wi-Fi. What the fuck? I mean, same Wi-Fi I've been on the past couple of days, love. Okay, Jean, since you don't care, I've had enough of you with that. You can move on. I'm gonna do you a favor, okay?
Me too, Ghostface. She says she's trying to get home, but she has no house. Then I heard a man talking about she was asking for food. Then a man was asking her if she wanted hot dogs. Don't know if that's her dad. Don't know who the man is, but she's in someone's basement. Thomas, she asked around, but first she said the woman offered her a place to take a shower at. Then she's saying that she's a friend of hers, but she asked around to see if they were good people. Girl, anybody you asking around in that crack ass area that's going to tell you that these people are good, and you're supposed to be 40 minutes from Hoonini's, and you don't know if they're good people, but at least you got to sleep in a bed. Girl, stop. Her t-shirt yesterday had so much black soot on one side. You can see she's still getting high.
I don't know, Miss Cynthia. I say that a lot, huh? So, wow. All right, there we go.
It was an older gentleman upstairs, but she said there's a woman there, but no one's ever heard the woman's voice that I know about. No one has heard a woman. But again, you have her here. You've got Frauditor the fraud that's covering her. Let me tell y'all how slick Heidi is. I told her to stay off on social media vacation. She said, okay. No. I wasn't listening to social media. Well, I was kind of listening to Miss Knock You Out for a little bit. So yeah, I was trying to get caught up. That was the night. That was the night we went to eat at Hell's Kitchen. So yeah, I did. I was trying to catch up on what was going on with the Diddy case.
All right, how are you?
And then I saw Lisa.
I actually have some, well, let me put up the poll, you guys. Let me put up the poll.
She gonna put up the poll.
If I had 30, honey, I would give it to you. I don't have it, though. I really don't have it. Let me see. I got some payment apps.
Oh, she's got payment apps, guys.
It's about her.
She's got Cash App now.
There we go. Wait. Okay, the poll. There it goes. There's the poll, guys. I have Cash App.
She's got Cash App. She doesn't have Cash App. Someone opened that Cash App for her because she cannot get Cash App.
My eye just hurts, babe. Starve already. Wow. Yeah, it's from my contacts.
Okay, first of all, Medicaid is not going to pay for your contacts. So someone gave you those contacts, and that's why they're hurting your eye. Okay? They fit you for your contacts. Somebody gave her some old contacts so she can have some type of vision. That is my opinion. That is not a fact. But Medicare doesn't, they pay for glasses, but they're not going to pay for contacts.
It's not pink eyes from my contact, love.
You said it was some irritation from the contacts. Something got in your eye or underneath the contact. That's what you said. I heard it. I was sitting in the airport. I heard you.
How are you, honey? Thank you for being kind. Anyways, guys, the Cash App's
Ronnie, you gotta
glitter
go on
all
and act like you're a
day.
drug addict.
Because you guys know how I like pretty stuff. It's glitter all day. I don't have $30 for you.
And she's
If
singing,
I did,
so
I would
she's
give it to you, but I don't. Hi. So if anybody can help. Good morning,
No,
good
this was 30
morning. Up
minutes ago.
10:30. Wow, I slept in pretty late. Guys, I'm getting a cold.
Oh my God, so y'all gonna have to give her money for her cold. You're gonna have to give her money for Tylenol. I don't even know if this bitch has a period or not. If she actually gets money for tampons and shit.
Do not like
Yep, she's still going.
To be sick. I don't know how I'm gonna run that one out, you know. What do you mean if you knew how? Oh, the Cash App is glitter all day. Just spelled just like that. Glitter all day on Cash App. And then the Venmo. Let me see the Venmo. Honey, I don't even have 50 cents for you to borrow. I swear to God I don't.
Or if you had it, you wouldn't give it.
I mean, I still have my chime and stuff. But what the fuck? What happened there? Oh, what the hell? I gotta get to him. Sorry about my eye, guys. I'm gonna open it. Sorry about my eye, guys. I'm gonna open it. It's my eye somehow while I was sleeping like 2 nights ago, and it's been hurting, guys. I'm sorry.
My phone is blowing
and then the Venmo's in the poll too, guys, up in the left corner, okay? Cash App, Venmo, chime.
2, I just got a message. They're asking me if I meant to give a 34% tip the night we went to eat. I thought they were well worth it because we had a good time. So yeah.
Let's see if I can get some money to eat today. All day. Glitter all day spelled with everything, right? It's the Cash App. It's Cash App.
At least she looks like she's taking a shower.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as bad, right? But it does still hurt a little bit. Yeah,
oh my damn.
I did. I mean, being homeless, right? That was kind of the least of my worries, but it always causes me more issues, right? Thank you, Daisy and Sandra, for sharing.
Okay.
How do you steal
I don't want to hear
contacts?
nothing. I just want to hear she's raging.
100%. That is like short-term goals, so. What are you guys hearing? Muffled. Can't hear over the sound. There is this eye. Oh, it mirrored. No, I'm not squinting the wrong eye. It mirrored my video. Look, guys. This is my bad eye. Look. I'm backwards now. Why am I backwards? Biscuits and gravy. Damn.
Tell me this girl is not high.
If you could. Chimes the LRICHARD with number 5 at the end.
Anyway, that's Lisa.
I hope not. Why would 20 total?
One day when she was up there crying.
For food.
Wait a minute.
For food and smokes if I can, but food.
Yeah, she's just lying. And I can't stand her with the lies. Hold on a second. Let me see the one where she was crying about how she's going to get hurt and nobody is listening to her and she needs to get help because she's really, no one, and my so-called friends isn't listening to me. I mean, I'm in danger. You're in danger. Is that the one? 528. I can't remember which one it is. But one of these, she was actually crying because she said she was in danger. And if something bad happens, it's going to be on everybody. No, bitch, you're the one that put yourself in that position. Nobody is to blame for the decisions you make in your life. No one is to blame for the decisions she makes. So, yes, so she doesn't rage. And nobody wants to hear her when she's not raging. But anyway, that is everything. I think I've covered all my stories that I wanted to cover this morning. Oh, wait a minute. There was a shooting in Detroit at a pre-prom party. 20 shots rang out. People went scattering. No one was hurt, but everybody was there taking pictures and everything. And a shooting. High school kids coming out, going to their prom, want to enjoy themselves. And you have to be faced with a shooting in Detroit on the day that you're actually celebrating your school. So I'm going to watch Mama June today tomorrow, Debbie and I will be here. And we will do Mama June, 90 Day Fiance, part 1 of the tell-all. Yeah, part 1 of the tell-all for Sister Wives. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. And I don't know who else is going live. I'm looking to see who else has a live set. And I can't go live on the TikToks until June 2nd. Okay. I cannot go live on the TikToks until June 2nd. But I was watching Big Frida on TikTok and how she was dropping it low for Devon's funeral. She was dancing all nasty, hands all black. She just looked like it was just disgusting. It was disgusting. I'm like, I wish we would do that shit at a funeral for one of my family members. Let me see. Anything else that happened that I wanted to talk to you about? Oh, I'm going to get Jasmine on so we can talk about her human trafficking story. There is so much going on there. But anyway, I'm going to go. They're still looking for Grant. If y'all see Grant in the Arkansas Ozarks, on the Ozarks. No, Mari, I wasn't even bad. I said Jaden is gorgeous. I said, but he's gay, so he's unavailable. They said that was a hate speech. So I appealed it. I need to go check to see. I say sweets and I get hit because they're thinking sweets is a drug. And I'm like, are you crazy? Oh, wait a minute, guys. Hold on. I got to show you this before I get out of here. I just saw this. I forgot. So we got an assault in Miami on a TSA officer. I'm like, what? You know what? I've never had any bad interactions with a TSA officer. Except for even when he was trying to check my hands for bomb residue. And I just said, did you check the guy in front of me? He had a turban on his damn head. The fuck you checking me for? Okay, so let's look at this. There is no sound. What the hell? Ooh! Oh, shit! What the hell they fighting for? And he's still punching. What, man, you better get your ass. Why are you running back in there? What the hell? Thank you, Petty Rock. What the hell is going? Who is this guy right here? Why is he there? He's a traveler. Who is that? Look, they still business as usual. Oh, they putting everybody out. Oh, no, they're not putting them out. Wait a minute. He was coming out. Why are they fighting? Yeah, he did. But he's gotten through TSA, so why is he fighting? Hold on a second. I need to see this one more time. Okay. So, got this guy here. He comes back. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's fussing too. So he's not a worker. Y'all, what am I missing? Oh, I see what happened. She went and got his suitcase. Look, she went back and got his suitcase. Look, she went and got his suitcase to put it back through. So the guy in the cream shirt went around that way. What the fuck? Okay, be careful flying, everybody. And he's still, look at him, still punching. Buddy, you going to jail. Look at this big old dude. This a little strong little man. That's a little strong cocksucker. Look at him. He cock strong. They still got him on the floor. Hold on. He's still down there. This shit is funny. All right. That come the real cops. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Who was he fighting? Oh, she pulled him. Oh, wait a minute. She pulled him off for him. Hold on. Let's see. Damn, that woman pulled his big ass. Damn. That's excitement at Miami Airport. Yep, that's federal. That's under Homeland Security. Well, the fight's over, guys. We saw it. That guy's on something. You guys didn't see Todd Chrisley. He looks good. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to let you see him. He has been working out in prison. Todd Chrisley looks great. He really does. His wife's hair is not the same color anymore, bleach blonde, but this is Todd Chrisley looks good. Savannah looks old. She looks older than 27. I'm sorry. Todd looks great. She's got too much makeup on. She's too young to look that old. But Todd looks great. He does. He looks good. So anyway, you guys have a good Saturday. I don't know. I might do a members live. Let me see, can I talk my sister into doing a members only live? So we'll see about that. But you guys have a great Saturday. See you tomorrow. I'm going, I don't know what's he on, girl, but he rolling. But I'm going to go back over on the TikToks. Let me see what's kicking off over there. Because after all the stuff that Nicole dropped yesterday, I am sure TikTok is on fire, baby. So I'm going to go over to TikTok. I'm going to hang out over there and see what's going on. And I want to see who all is live. Because I know, a lot of people got shit to say. So I will see you guys later. Have a great day. And be safe out here in these TikTok streets. I mean, in these YouTube and TikTok streets. My God, things are getting dangerous out here. Bye, guys.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love
do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patent